All right, so you know that feeling, right? When you've been on your feet all day long, you clock in, you put in the work, and by the end of the day, your feet are screaming at you.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We're going to dive deep into work boots today
Okay.
and how the right pair can actually make a huge difference, not just for your feet,
Right.
but for your overall health.
Interesting.
Now, we've got some really fascinating research here
Okay.
and a sneak peek into some of the newest innovations in work boot tech.
Cool.
I'm really curious where this research leads us.
Yeah.
Why should someone working a tough job
Yeah.
really care about this?
Well, think about it this way. Your feet are your foundation.
Right.
Literally, they support your entire body.
Right.
And when that foundation is compromised, it can have a ripple effect all the way up.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah.
So how does this research actually translate to a guy working on a construction site, for example?
Okay, let's take healthcare workers for a second. Nurses, for example, are on their feet for 12-hour shifts, constantly moving.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
A study from 2024 found that nurses who wore properly fitted supportive footwear reported significantly less pain and fewer musculoskeletal issues.
So less pain means they can focus
Hmm.
better, move more efficiently, and just get the job done without being, like, held back by, aching feet.
Exactly.
Makes
And
sense.
it's not just about nurses.
Yeah.
Similar studies on retail workers
Right.
and
Oh,
older adults also show that good footwear can reduce pain, improve function, and even decrease the risk of falls.
it's like you said, the feet are the foundation.
Yeah.
If you're working in a demanding environment, whether it's a construction site, a factory floor,
Sure.
anywhere else that keeps you on your feet,
Right.
taking care of that foundation is crucial.
It really is.
Now, this brings up an interesting point.
Yeah.
If good footwear can make such a difference for these professions,
Uh-huh.
what about the blue-collar worker who faces even tougher conditions? I mean, think about the heavy lifting, the uneven terrain,
Yeah. In fact,
potential hazards.
oh, for sure.
So how has work boot technology evolved
Well,
to meet these challenges?
the good news is work boots have come a long way. It's not just about basic protection anymore.
All right.
We're seeing a real shift towards incorporating comfort and ergonomic features.
Okay, so we're talking about boots that are not only tough, but also designed to support the feet and body throughout a long workday.
Absolutely.
What kind of innovations are we seeing in this space?
Well, companies like Die Hard, for instance, are really pushing the boundaries
Okay.
with their 2025 lineup.
Mm-hmm.
They've managed to combine cutting-edge safety features with some truly innovative comfort technology.
So they've got the basics covered, like steel toes
Right.
and slip-resistant soles.
Yeah.
But what are they doing differently when it comes to comfort?
Well, for starters, they're using PU memory foam insoles,
Okay.
which provide excellent cushioning and support.
Yeah.
They've also incorporated moisture-wicking linings to keep the feet dry and prevent blisters.
Smart.
And get this, they even have shock-absorbing midsoles
Oh, wow.
to reduce the impact on your joints with every step.
That's pretty impressive. Sounds like they've really thought about the specific needs
Yeah,
of someone who's on their feet all day.
they really have.
And here's another interesting detail.
Yeah,
They're using premium leather uppers and Goodyear welt construction.
that's right.
Wait, Goodyear welt? That's usually found in high-end dress shoes, isn't it?
You got it. It's known for its durability and longevity. Die Hard is clearly going the extra mile to create a work boot
Yeah.
that can withstand the toughest conditions while also providing lasting comfort.
It seems like a lot of thought has gone into these boots.
A lot of thought.
But with all these features, finding the right fit must be more than just picking your usual size.
Absolutely. Fit is crucial.
So what else should someone be looking for when it comes to fit?
Well, the boot should fit snugly around your heel and ankle to prevent slippage and provide stability.
Right.
But you also need enough room in the toe box for your toes to wiggle freely.
Oh, yeah.
This allows for natural movement and prevents discomfort, especially after hours of wear.
I could definitely see how a cramped toe box could make for a miserable day.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that can enhance the fit and comfort of a work boot?
You know, there is. Some companies like DT Footwear are doing some really innovative things.
What is he doing?
They're offering heat moldable inserts with certain boot purchases.
Okay.
These inserts are designed to conform to the unique shape of your foot,
Really?
providing truly personalized support.
Oh, wow. So it's like having a custom molded insole for your work boots.
Exactly. And you don't even need an oven or anything. The heat from your feet is enough to mold the inserts perfectly.
Interesting.
Imagine that level of comfort and support throughout your workday.
That sounds like a game changer,
It is.
especially for someone dealing with foot pain or discomfort. So we've got these amazing boots with all these advanced features, but how do you actually know which features are right for you?
Well, that's where understanding your individual needs and the demands of your work environment becomes crucial.
All right, so let's break it down. What are some key things to consider when choosing the right work boot? Okay, so let's say you're a guy, you spend your days on a construction site.
Right.
What are the first things you should be thinking about when choosing work boots?
Well, first and foremost, assess your work environment.
Okay.
What kind of hazards are you dealing with on a daily basis?
So we're talking about potential risks, right?
Yeah.
Like heavy objects, falling sharp debris,
Yeah.
or maybe even electrical hazards.
Exactly. Your boots need to provide the appropriate level of protection
Right.
for those specific hazards. So, for instance, if you're working with heavy machinery
Uh-huh.
or around falling objects, steel toe protection is a must-have.
Makes sense you don't want to mess around when it comes to safety.
No, you don't.
But it's not just about what's falling from above, right?
Right.
What about the ground you're walking on?
Absolutely. The terrain is another crucial factor.
Okay.
Are you on concrete all day? Or are you dealing with uneven ground mud
Yeah.
or slippery surfaces?
Mm-hmm.
This will influence your choice of sole waterproofing
Okay.
and insulation.
Okay, so different terrains call for different features.
Yeah.
Can you break down some of these features and how they impact performance and comfort?
Sure. Let's start with slip-resistant outsoles.
Okay.
These are crucial for anyone working on surfaces that could be wet, oily, or icy.
Right.
And we're not just talking about a little bit of grip here. We're talking about outsoles that are specifically engineered to prevent slips and falls,
Yeah.
which can be a real hazard in a lot of work environments.
Right, because a slip or a fall could lead to a serious injury, not to mention lost work time.
Absolutely.
So what about those composite toes you mentioned earlier?
Yeah.
How do they compare to steel toes?
Well, composite toes are a great alternative to steel.
Okay.
They're lighter, which can make a big difference in terms of comfort,
Right.
especially if you're on your feet all day. And while they offer excellent protection against impacts,
Okay.
they don't conduct heat or cold the way steel does.
Oh,
So your feet will stay more comfortable in extreme temperatures.
that's a big advantage, especially for those working outdoors in the heat or cold.
Big advantage.
What about waterproofing? When is that essential?
Well, waterproofing is a no-brainer if you're working in wet conditions.
Okay.
Whether it's rain, snow, or just a lot of moisture.
Right.
Look for boots with a waterproof membrane that will keep your feet dry without trapping sweat.
Because nobody wants soggy, sweaty feet. That sounds pretty miserable.
It can be, yeah. And it can lead to blisters and other foot problems.
Right.
Now, apart from protection from the elements and job site hazards,
Yeah.
let's talk about comfort features.
Okay.
Those are essential for long-term foot health and overall well-being.
Yeah. Comfort can't be an afterthought, especially if you're clocking in long hours.
Nope.
What are some key comfort features to consider?
Well, we've already mentioned PU memory foam insoles,
Right.
which provide excellent cushioning and support.
Yeah.
These can really make a difference in terms of reducing foot fatigue and impact on your joints.
I bet. And what about moisture-wicking linings?
Yeah.
I've heard those mentioned before.
Moisture-wicking linings are crucial for keeping your feet dry
Okay.
by pulling sweat away from your skin.
Mm-hmm.
This helps to prevent blisters, hot spots,
Right.
and that generally uncomfortable feeling of having damp feet.
So they help to regulate temperature and moisture inside the boot.
Exactly.
What about support? What features contribute to good support,
Oh,
especially for someone who's carrying heavy loads or working on uneven terrain?
well, a good shank is essential for support. Think of it as the backbone of the boot.
Okay.
This sturdy piece runs along the sole, providing stability and preventing foot fatigue.
Right.
It's particularly important when you're carrying heavy loads
Yeah.
or navigating uneven terrain, as it helps to distribute weight evenly and prevent your foot from twisting or rolling.
So the shank helps to keep the foot stable and supported,
Yeah.
kind of like a built-in brace.
Yeah, like a built-in brace.
It sounds like there are a lot of factors to consider when choosing work boots.
There are a lot.
But with so many options out there, how do you narrow it down and find the perfect pair for you?
Well, that's where research and a bit of trial and error come in.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to read reviews, compare features, and ask questions.
Yeah.
Talk to your coworkers. Visit a specialty store
Mm.
and get expert advice. You can even try on a few different pairs to see what feels best on your feet.
Trying them on is key, isn't it?
It is.
Because what feels good on one person might not feel good on another.
Exactly. Everyone's feet are different, so what works for your buddy might not be the best fit for you.
Right.
And remember, this is an investment in your health and well-being.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to spend a little extra on a quality pair of boots that will last and provide the support you need.
Because a good pair of work boots can really make a difference in how you feel at the end of a long day.
It really can.
Now, we've talked a lot about the boots themselves, but fit is obviously a crucial part of the equation.
Oh, for sure.
What are some tips for getting the right fit? So we've covered a lot of ground here, from, the science of foot health to the latest advancements in work boot technology.
We have.
But I think it's important to step back for a second and look at the bigger picture.
Okay.
Why does all of this matter so much?
Well, we often focus on the immediate benefits of a good pair of work boots.
Yeah.
The safety, the comfort, but the impact goes far beyond that.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that. It's not just about your feet, is it?
Not at all. Your feet are literally the foundation of your body.
Right.
And when that foundation is out of whack, it can throw everything off.
Yeah.
Think about it. You're on your feet all day, lifting, bending, moving.
Right.
If your feet aren't properly supported, that strain travels up your legs to your hips, your back, everything.
It's all connected. I remember you mentioned ergonomics earlier.
Yeah.
How does that tie into all of this?
Ergonomics is all about understanding how the body moves and designing work environments and tools that minimize strain and maximize efficiency.
Okay.
And your boots play a huge role in that equation.
So a good pair of work boots can actually contribute to better posture, less back pain, and even higher energy levels throughout the day.
You got it. When your feet are comfortable and supported, you're able to move more freely and naturally,
Right.
which reduces stress on your joints and muscles.
Yeah.
And when you're not distracted by pain, you can focus on your work,
Makes sense.
be more productive, and even avoid potential injuries. It's a win-win situation.
And, it's not just about the physical benefits either.
Right.
There's a growing body of research suggesting a link between foot health and overall well-being.
Absolutely. Studies are showing that when your feet are healthy and pain-free, it can have a positive impact on your mood,
Really?
your sleep, and even your cognitive function.
Wow, I never would have thought about it that way.
Yeah.
It really highlights how interconnected everything is.
Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It is.
Something as seemingly simple as our feet
Yeah,
can have such a profound impact on our lives.
for sure.
And it all comes back to choosing the right work boots.
Absolutely.
They're not just a piece of equipment.
Yep.
They're an investment in your overall health and well-being.
I like to think of them as an investment in yourself.
So the next time you're getting ready for work, think about those boots as more than just protection.
Yeah,
Think about them as a foundation for a healthier, happier you.
absolutely.
It's a small change that can have a big impact on your life, both on and off the job.
Well said. I think that's a great place to wrap up.
Yeah, I think so too. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of work boots and foot health.
It was my pleasure.